Hello, Capricorn. Welcome in and welcome back to Go With The Flow Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the month of March. I'm going to attempt to pull 3 cards. One for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end. After which I will clarify, and then I will close out with an oracle card for you. Already coming out with the same message as like 8 of the other signs this month. Okay, might be setting yourself apart from something there. In the beginning of March, we have the same freaking message coming out for pretty much everybody else, which is either teamwork makes the dream work, or it's time to put your work on display. That's what the 3 of Pentacles typically says. It can also say you're being a little too much of a curmudgeon. Bring a little bit more of a lighthearted, playful attitude to the situation. In the middle of March, you are going to be taking a voluntary time out to retreat your energy away from everyone and everything you can, to do a vibrational check-in to make sure that your choices are leading to you being the change you wish to see in the world. Virgo energy with the Hermit coming out there. After you come on down off that mountain, it looks like you got a little bit of learning to do, possibly around conflict resolution, shall we say, with the Page of Swords and the 5 of Swords at the end of the month for you, Capricorn. So let's get into it. Starting off with that 3 of Pentacles at the beginning of March for the Capricorn Collective. What else do you care to share? You know, this really wanted to be a part of the end of the month pile. You know, well, you know what? I'm going to just kind of take it as a general card. Because it's major arcana and it's spirit saying we've got your back. We are here guiding you. We'll be here with divine timing and intervention if necessary. I'm going to just keep that right up there on its own because it really seemed like it wanted to be part of the end of the month. I'm trying to ask about the 3 of Pentacles, Spirit. The 3 of Pentacles for the Capricorn Collective for the beginning of March. Aha, okay, so now I wish I had said something. I did see at some point the Chariot and the King of Swords on the split, and my instant intuitive hit is you're gonna have to walk away from like either an air sign or someone who's like older, wiser, more mature, mentor, teacher, guide, therapist, someone like that. It's time to take a leap of faith, Capricorn, and let go. I really, really strongly feel like this is the end of some kind of relationship, with the Death card and the King of Swords coming out to clarify the 3 of Pentacles. So perhaps teamwork makes the dream work is not the message. Now, this could also just be you. I did assign King specifically as outside energy coming in, but it doesn't always mean that. So here, let's just get some clarity. What exactly are you trying to tell me, Spirit, about the 3 of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Death card at the beginning of March for the Capricorn Collective? Okay, yeah. There's something there that is causing some kind of trouble that really needs to be closed out. We've got the Sun card coming out in reverse. So this is not effortless cycle completion. This is not happiness. Something needs to be let go of here. I'm just conflicted because we're starting off with teamwork makes the dream work, but perhaps it is the end of teamwork. Perhaps it is time, well, no, you know, as I'm saying this, I'm feeling silly. Of course it is time for solo work because you have the Hermit in the middle of the month. Derp. So let go of whatever that is for you, Capricorn. If that's firing your therapist or whatever it is, you let me know. Let's move into the Hermit now. You had to learn from whatever that was, and you might have to do a little vibrational tune-up while you're at it. May I please have actually some advice on the Hermit in the middle of March for the Capricorn Collective? Advice on the Hermit card in the middle of March. Uh-oh, hold on one sec, because those really went flying. Ooh, well, there's good news. And then there's okay news. Okay, this is not too bad. Let me just see what is on the split here. Okay, well, you're gonna have a choice. Here, let's just do this. You are gonna have a choice, possibly regarding another person. Now, it is going to mean the end of conflict, which I love to see. I love that Five of Wands coming out in reverse. There is going to be an offer coming in. And I think because you are either still in the process of being in hermit mode, or you might have even just entered hermit mode, you haven't really done that vibrational tune-up. So when this offer comes in, you're like, ah, sheesh, this is just the same thing all over again. This is what I just put a so-called death to. How is it back already? But it's not, sweetheart. It's supposed to be a spark of inspiration to get you out of that energy. So another thing I now regret not saying that I did feel called to say is that sometimes the hermit can get stuck on the top of that mountain. And in order to get himself back down, i.e., out of this energy, the reason he gets stuck on the top of the mountain is because he doesn't want the world to hurt him anymore. He goes up there with the intention of it being temporary, but then he stays up there because he's like, nobody's hurting me up here. Nobody's lying to me. Nobody's pretending that they're giving me one thing when it's really another, just so that they can like get something from me. So in order to unfreeze yourself from the mountain, you've got to go into whatever it is that truly inspires you and drives you and motivates you. And that's the star card. And the star is what is in the hermit's lantern. So he lowers the star down to unfreeze his feet from the mountain. This feels really important. I know I'm kind of rambling right now, but it feels really important with these two cards coming out and with the hermit. But this is the end of conflict, so this is really good. I am a little confused if you have the Five of Wands in reverse in the middle of the month. Why do we have the Five of Swords in the upright and the Page of Swords in the upright? And this really wanted to be a part of that pile, Capricorn. So let's not forget the Wheel of Fortune did come out. May I have more information, please, on the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords, or advice, information or advice, either or, for the Capricorn Collective for the end of March regarding these two cards. Five of Swords, Page of Swords. Thank you. Well, El Diablo, here you come, showing up in your own reading. So it does put you in a position of power and strength, allowing you to take away whatever you need from the reading. But there is some vampire energy, and it very well could be another person, because there are two other people on this card, and because you have a Page of Swords here. So you're gonna have a choice. And I think the choice is to, like, obviously you want to get away from any kind of vampire. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be an addiction, a bad habit. It can be all sorts of things. But it's something that is siphoning your energy without giving anything back to you. And it's burdensome. But it is almost over. You are almost done with it. You can drop that other person's burdens whenever you want. You don't have to carry other people's burdens. May I have some advice, please, on the Five of Swords, the Page of Swords, and El Diablo at the end of March for the Capricorn Collective? Advice, please, for the Capricorn Collective's greatest good, their highest timeline, and their highest purpose for the end of March. I keep hearing, so-called hearing, I don't actually hear it, but I hear it in my head, to keep coming back to the Wheel of Fortune. So Spirit's definitely got your back through all of this. Maybe you want me to talk about that. Do you want me to focus? Okay, Do you want me to, is there anything more you care to share about the Wheel of Fortune just on its own? Do you want to talk about the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit? No, you don't. You do need some kind of perspective shift around whatever that conflict is at the end of the month, my darling. So, Spirit is going to step in. I'm not entirely sure why the Emperor wants to be noted right now, but he does. So, there's that. The Emperor would be like taking action, being ready for battle, but you need some kind of perspective shift, my darling, on this conflict. And I continuously regret only in this reading not saying things I felt called to say as soon as the card comes out. And something that I often say with the Page of Swords is the only stupid question is the one you didn't ask. So gather as much information as you can. Flip everything on its head to see it from every angle humanly possible. So if you think you've got a solution, look at the opposite choice, the opposite solution. Where does that road go? Look at answers that make absolutely no sense to you and just think them all the way through so that you can see every angle possible. I'm going to ask one more time if there's any more advice for the Five of Swords, Page of Swords, Hanged Man, El Diablo, and Sword of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Just keep positively focusing on your resources. And I do believe you're, in fact, showing up in your own reading yet again with the Queen of Pentacles there. That's not Virgo, is it? Oh. It might be. No, this is Capricorn. Yeah, this is you. Either way, positively focusing on your resources. And, okay, well, for whatever reason, the King of Cups just jumped out of the deck. He got stuck to my hand and then flipped out. So we're bringing him into the mix now, too. Try to temper your emotions. Try to master your emotions as best you can. You don't let them get too high and don't let them get too low. And be very, very, not only positively focusing on your resources, but be very resourceful, Capricorn. And that's also what I was getting at. She's a lot like the Hanged Man because she looks at like every single option possible to try to have as much stability and as many resources as possible. Okay, I think we're good to leave it here. So with all of that being said and everything in front of me here now, have we any more advice from the tarot? I think you're getting a Sacred Creators Oracle, and there goes another card. Well, hello. Forgive me. Yeah, you need to strategize, sweetheart. Possibly with an air sign, but this time we have the Sun and the upright on this split. Your focus for the month of March, now the golden cards in the tarot are positive no matter what, but you're being called to strategize, I would say, especially away from anything that is stealing your energy. And yeah, once again, we've got polka dots on the cards, so have a little fun with the Capricorn. Don't take it all so seriously, eh? Alrighty. May I have a Sacred Creators Oracle, please, to either help Capricorn gather as much information as they need. Well, there you go. The Spark of Hustle, number 17. And 17 is the star card, and that's the star in the Hermit's Lantern right there. The Spark of Hustle, number 17. Oops. Essential meanings. Spark of Inspiration, that's that Ace of Wands. Divine Intervention, that's that Wheel of Fortune. Finding your calling. Work that makes you happy. Renewed hope. Self-care message. Hustling too hard. Getting lost in the grind. Workaholic tendencies, that could also be energy vampire. And Capricorns are very, very much known for being workaholics, by the way. I lost my place. Workaholic tendencies. Manifesting busyness. A time to be careful what you wish for. You know when inspiration hits and totally immerses your senses in the possible? That's the spark of hustle at work. It's when every cell of your body hums with the desire to put something out into the world. And when you feel that whoosh of energy that brings new ideas to life. The spark of hustle feels like a calling, a compelling, like something that cannot be ignored. This card is full of hope and expectation because it whispers, yes, it's coming. And yes, you can do this. Spirit is sending superstar blessings your way, along with a passion that has been divinely amplified. Look for projects and experiences that are full of excitement and joy, and say yes to opportunities that feel totally on purpose. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of your sacred task, remember that big soulful endeavors usually push us to go beyond the limits of what we know to be possible. This is how we grow. Use the spark of hustle to evolve and expand because it's your guiding star. I think this is speaking to the star card, in fact. How much space do you leave in your calendar for the sparks of inspiration that will be? Are you allowing space for last-minute ideas and inspiration? What do you actively fuel your flame of hope? What do you do to actively fuel your flame of hope? Are you feeling resistance to the word hustle? What would an easy kind of fluid productivity look like? What needs to happen so that your flow feels like an unhustle? How can you make sure it fills your reserves rather than drains them? Yes, my dear, you need a perspective shift and to not let anything drain your energy if it's not giving back to you. I hope that was helpful. I thank you ever so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.